Hi everyone, Anthony Morton's Training Academy. Today's about basically how I look at self-defense. And your self-defense, it has to be simple, practical, and efficient. And out of those three things, if you take simplicity, you don't want to complicate the technique that you're going to use out there to defend your life. Now, and that's where I say, okay, you take simple, okay, an eye jab, fingers to the eyes, it's going to be simple. It's not something you have to memorize. It's not something you have to spend 5 years learning how to be a black belt on jabbing fingers into the eyes. You know, kind of keep in mind that, you know, if you're doing a finger jab, keep the fingers splayed out a little bit, so that way you're not, if you go in like this, sometimes you'll hit the bridge of the nose or the eyes, but if your fingers are out a little bit, you're going to have a better chance. Now, efficiency, okay, efficiency is going to fall into how efficient is the move, okay? If I have to do something that's elaborate, the guy going for a choke and I have to clear this arm and then go in for an eye jab, that's not efficient. Okay, efficient is if I feel the guy's and I just go to here, that's efficient because the lines are efficient. I don't have to do anything else other than making that motion to get to the eyes. Now, practical, is it practical for me to get that? Can I learn all three of these things as like a third grader? Okay, if I can't teach them to a third grader, then they shouldn't be taught. Now, so simple, practical, and efficient. Okay, and that's the main thing, the three things you need to think about when you're out there and you're in a street fight, or you're trying to protect yourself, or you're protecting your wife or your kids. Okay, can it be simple, and can it be effective, and can it be practical? Now, sometimes I say, well, okay, somebody's going to grab and you're going to go through this move here, and then from here you're going to step back with the left. You don't have time to make all those plans. And when you say, okay, well, I'm a high-level martial artist, okay, what if a high-level martial artist is coming up to attack me? 90% of the time, high-level martial arts people aren't going to be attacking you on the street. And because most of the time it's just going to be a street thug, and or a street punk, whatever you want to call him. But that, as they're looking to rob you, they're looking to take whatever you have, and so keep it simple, keep it practical, and keep it efficient. Now, you don't have to spend years and years in the arts, even though I have, okay, and I've trained with some of the best instructors in the world. Now, having that knowledge base makes me realize more and more in life how simple I need to make things, especially at my age now. I really look at simplicity, and I don't want to have to run across the street to defend somebody. I'd rather walk across the street to defend someone. And so if you say, well, okay, I'm carrying pepper spray. Well, is it simple? Is it practical? And is it efficient? And you say, well, I carry pepper spray. Well, I know, but is it simple, practical, and efficient? Okay, so you look at efficient, okay? Can I spray the person in the eyes without fail? No. What if the guy turns his face and you spray him on the side of the face? Okay, it's not going to work, okay? What if you pull it up and the guy grabs your hand and you're trying to spray him and he takes your hand away? Okay, so it's not efficient, okay? And and that falls again in practicality. If somebody's in my face, it's not practical for me to reach down, unsnap my pepper spray, pull it out, shake it, which is what you're supposed to do, shake it, and then spray. It's kind of like, you know, if a 1,500-pound bear is charging it and you go, wait a minute, I'm going to pull out my bear spray, shake it, and then hose them down. Well, not real practical. Okay, so keep all these things in mind as you're preparing for self-defense. Is it simple? Can a third grader do it? Okay, a third grader can eye jab. Okay, a third grader can hit somebody in the throat. Okay, a third grader can kick someone in the groin. Okay, and these are all in combat sports like boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu. Those are all illegal moves. Okay, but they're only illegal in the ring or in octagon. They are illegal there. But out in the street, you kick somebody in the groin. I mean, you may kick them 2 or 3 times. You may hit them in the throat. Okay, are those simple? Yeah, they're very simple. Okay, the throats are, you know, to hit somebody like that, great. Okay, punch somebody like that, great. And if you've ever been hit in the throat, you understand that. Now, to hit somebody in the eyes, they may move their head back, but you can do it 2 or 3 times, even 4 times, 5 times, you know, and you're still trying to get the hands going into the eyes. Do you have to have formal training? No. Just learn to put the fingers in the eyes. Now, so being efficient now sometimes can get into a different category. Okay, is it efficient for me to kick them in the groin? Are you used to kicking? Can you kick? Okay, have you been kicking? Okay, you say, well, I'll just kick them in the groin. When was the last time you kicked somebody in the groin? Oh, I never have. Okay, well, maybe you should start learning how to kick somebody in the groin if you're going to say, well, I'll just kick them in the groin. You know, me being in the fight game for so many years, you know, I've been doubled over from, you know, groin kicks. But that's only a few in the 55 years that I've been doing it. I haven't had too many guys had direct kicks to my groin. And these are trained guys that were really good at groin kicks. Okay? And that was one of our favorite things, is just do a groin pop, you know, with like a round kick. Great, wonderful, and most of the time you could get it in. But most of the time, you know, the guy's gonna move his legs so you can't get it in. So they're again thinking about your street defense, your self-defense. Simple, practical, and efficient. And if you're not covering these 3 things, and whoever you're studying with, ask yourself, is it simple, is it practical, and is it efficient? Now you say, okay, well, I'm going to take the guy to the ground and I'm going to put him in an arm bar. Is it something you can remember when the stress is on and somebody's beating on you? No, you can't. You know, unless you do it for 5 or 10 years to where that's all you do. But to begin with, just stepping out that door the first day and somebody attacks you, what's simple? Oh, an eye jab. That's simple. So those are the 3 things today. Simple, effective, and practical. Okay. Memorize those and put those into your, as we call, tool pouch. And everything you do, you think, okay, you say to yourself, is this simple? Is it practical? And is it efficient? And you shouldn't have a problem. You know, if you've got a gun, if you're carrying a gun and you have to reach down and push a button before you can pull the gun on your holster, and then unsnap it, and then turn the gun a little bit to get it. That is not simple, it is not practical, and is definitely not efficient. Okay, you need something you just pull and fire. So everything in life, look at it, those 3 things. And same with your vehicles. Okay, are they simple? Are they efficient? And are they practical? So thanks for all you guys subscribing to my channel, and share my videos. And I will see you on the next video.